Bless South Africa, our beloved country, with peace and unity on the 17th of December 2009.
Thank you very much, my sister Ishwar, who is hosting us today with Ishwar Ramlutchman. Bayed Hlangalwes, Your Majesty, the King, and the Queen, Mntwana waPinangene, siyabonga kakhulu Mageba. On the inscriptions on the stone there, I didn't mind about eating, but what I didn't like was that one about waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Deputy Minister of Public Service in the Republic, Mr. Roy Palayashi, Your Worship, the Mayor of the District, Utungulu, Councillor Lakan, Your Worship, the Mayor of Mhlatuze, Councillor Mnai, Dr. Mtechwa of the Nazareth Baptist Church, the President of the South African Hindu Forum, who has spoken in front of us here, all ibandla lonke lesikhonzi zonke siyabingelela. Amen. Let me perhaps start by a message that I was asked to read here from the President of the Republic and the President of the ANC, Babu Jacob Zuma. It's addressed to Mr. Ishwar Ramlutchman. Dear Mr. Ramlutchman, the legacy of Sri Swami Sahajananda. I would like to commend you for your participating in helping to eradicate poverty. It is indeed an honor for me to support you in the installation of 8 Sivananda pillars in our country. Our citizens will learn from the Sivananda pillar about moral values to have a better understanding of life. I'm fortunate to have met His Holiness through your kind self and had the honor of bestowing a special award during Swami's life. You are continuing the legacy of a great soul that has walked on South African soil. We salute you for this project, that this will be part of our heritage. We wish you every success and wish you well for the first Sivananda pillar to be installed in memory of the late Swami Sahajananda, so that Swami could be declared as one of the great spiritual heroes of our country. Yours faithfully, Jacob G. Zuma. That is the message. Thank you very much for an invitation to share this platform with a very, very distinguished platform here led by His Majesty the King. Today is one of those occasions in the life of KwaZulu-Natal which places this province and the country firmly on the road to lasting peace. Peace becomes non-negotiable in the life of a country when its people realize that we all have capacity to contribute to the building of a better country. Peace becomes a necessity when we all realize that without peace, our country cannot grow. Without peace, our people cannot prosper. Here, in Mhlathuze today, we're witnessing being one of the chosen places to host the 8 Sivananda pillars in our country, which pay tribute to Swami and the Divine Master. The Sivananda Peace Pillar is already a great source of inspiration for all to remember that peace and love are greater than all of us, but is in all of us. By this example today, we are reminded that greatness comes from receiving and from giving. Greatness can come from all of us if we thrive enough to make others achieve their own greatness. In providing the infrastructure necessary for others to survive and prosper, with this project creates the space for others to move towards their own greatness. We are part of a historic occasion to honor the memory of His Holiness, who in life was one of the most outstanding citizens of the country. Swami Sahajananda's greatness was personified in his humility. His great work demonstrated that service is one of the greatest honor human beings can pay to other human beings. The Sivananda's Peace Pillar declares Sri Swami Sahajananda one of the greatest South African spiritual leaders of South Africa. This pillar will serve as a reminder to future generations of the importance of service in the process of building human beings, communities, a province, and ultimately a wonderful country such as ours. 15 years ago, the world watched in admiration as all of South Africa declared that freedom has finally come. The struggle for political freedom had reached its historical and logical conclusion. A vote for every citizen of voting age, regardless of the color of their skin or the content of their religious text. This achievement was possible because so many were prepared to serve a cause and so many were prepared to give something of themselves for the good of others. During the unveiling of the Sivananda Peace Pillar, Sri Swami Sahajananda would be declared as one of the greatest South African spiritual leaders of South Africa. We are honored to be here to pledge our support for this project of installing Sivananda Peace Pillars in our country. We add our voice of encouragement to you, Mr. Ishwar Ramlutchman, for continuing the legacy of a great soul that has walked on South African soil. And one would want to echo what Ndebele has just said, your selflessness and your following on the footsteps of a great soul. Finally, we want to say that this divine life, this organization of devotees is perhaps one of the prides of South Africa. In 6 months' time, South Africa will be hosting the whole world, and they will be wanting to give what is of a South African character. KwaZulu-Natal will be a rich reservoir as the country's 7 matches are going to be played in this province, and perhaps a bit more countries are going to use KwaZulu-Natal as a home ground, and they will want to take a piece of South Africa with them, and KwaZulu-Natal will show this richness, starting from the unity of the most common people living through their traditions and their identity, right up to His Majesty the King, so that when they come out, they will say, yes, I've been to KwaZulu-Natal and I've seen and I've taken what is part of KwaZulu-Natal as part of me. Lastly, the teaching of Swami always remind us that to give is actually to be. We always remind ourselves of that haughty, perhaps arrogant tourist who saw a very poor child from a very poor community, very dirty. And this tourist was, instead of reaching to himself and do something to make the child better, felt that you must blame the parents. Where are the parents? What sort of mother does this child have who can let the child go out unwashed, dirty like this? What's wrong with that? Doesn't this mother love this child? What type of mother is this? And the tourist guide answered and said, no, the mother loves the child, but does not hate the debt. You hate the debt, but you don't love the child. And until the hatred for debt and the love of the child are combined in one person, this child will remain as she is. In Swami, we've got the combination of the hatred of squalor and poverty and the love of the people combined in one person. May that lesson endure in all of us. Thank you very much.